Boruto joins forces with Sarada and Himawari to form an alliance against the Shinjus. However, things are not as easy as they seem, as the enemies are so powerful that they will require a new level of power from this new alliance. What powers will we see in this battle? Who will the three fight against? What are the consequences of this alliance? Will Himawari and Sarada become renegades? And what other powers will Himawari reveal? The Boruto manga is surprising with its developments. We have Sarada's Mangekyu, new powers from Boruto, and Himawari becoming the Jinchuriki of Kurama, with Kurama being reborn. And it doesn't stop there. The situation is so intense that Himawari fought and faced the current main villain, Jura, head-on. It was so epic that Jura had practically sent Inojin to the grave, but Himawari managed to heal him. Himawari's regeneration is so incredible that she healed a brutal wound that had practically turned Inojin into a donut. Not only that, her regeneration is also effective for her own body, as she demonstrated in the fight against Jura. However, even with all her power, she was no match for Jura. Before the situation worsened, she was saved by Boruto, who appeared, rescued Himawari, and used the Hiraishin. After that, Boruto intervened in Sarada's fight with Hidari, when things were getting bad for Sarada. Boruto appeared at the last second, just before Sarada was about to be turned into a tree. But the question remains. Now we are seeing Boruto, Sarada, and Himawari together. What will the situation be? The three are now face to face with Hidari, and both Sarada and Himawari were practically defeated. The most likely scenario is an alliance between them at this moment. We have to remember that this is something to be expected, as, unlike everyone else, Sarada knows the whole truth about Boruto, and Himawari, even without knowing, deep down trusts Boruto because she believes he is Kawaki, who has protected her and Naruto on other occasions. Himawari has already hinted that she wants to become stronger to be useful to Boruto. In other words, this alliance between the three is bound to happen. The question remains, how will this alliance be formed? We have a few paths to consider. First, Boruto sees that Sarada and Himawari are targets of the Shinjus. In fact, all three are targets of the Shinjus. Initially, Boruto is not, but for the Shinjus to evolve, they need to obtain an Otsutsuki. So after their primary objectives are completed, Boruto or Kawaki will be the next targets. Now that Boruto has saved his sister and friend, what will the trio's next step be? One possibility is for them to flee. Since both are targets, Boruto might see the need to keep them close to protect them. If they stay in Konoha, it complicates things, because Boruto would have to keep coming and going. Additionally, Konoha becomes a target if they stay, so this might force the two to flee with Boruto. In this escape, we could see this trio forming a kind of renegade organization. Hold on, we have two paths to consider, how this would be perceived and how it would be announced. They could announce that the two have allied with Boruto, becoming renegades. I'm not sure if this would be the best option. Another option is to announce that the two were kidnapped by Boruto. Personally, I believe Shikamaru will cover for them, as he is an ally of Boruto and knows the whole truth. In this way, with more allies, it becomes easier for Boruto to put his plans into action. Well, I personally don't believe there will be an escape without a fight. For a simple reason, Hidari is face to face with Boruto and his friends. And there's more. It's not just Sarada and Himawari present, we also have Konohamaru and another shinobi. Imagine having to flee with this group, Sarada, Himawari, Konohamaru, Sumire, and two more ninjas. In other words, it's not possible to carry or teleport everyone. Moreover, at this point, do you think Konohamaru will accept this situation right away? He believes Boruto killed his inspiration and friend Naruto. By the time he understands things, Hidari will have already attacked. Things look bad for Boruto because he is practically surrounded. There are two Shinjus in the village, Hidari and Jura, plus Kawaki who wants to capture him, and the entire village. At the same time, he has to protect his sister, his friend Sarada, as well as Sumire and Konohamaru who are present. We have to remember that Kawaki was heading towards Jura. The goal was to protect Himawari. Will he continue and face Jura or go after Boruto? Well, from what it seems, we will have Boruto, Sarada, Himawari, Konohamaru, and Sumire versus Hidari. They alone couldn't handle the Shinjus. Sarada managed for a while, but was caught off guard and defeated. Himawari gave it her all, but healing herself and Inojin cost her a lot of energy, and she couldn't handle Jura. And Boruto, even though he is powerful, couldn't stop all the Shinjus. He did well, but we don't know the power difference between each Shinju and Boruto, whether the difference is favorable or unfavorable for Boruto. The three joining forces, I believe they can stand up to a Shinju quite comfortably. We have the fact that Boruto hasn't used everything he has so far. We've seen his new powers, but he still has a lot of room to evolve, so we might see more new things regarding Boruto's powers. As for Sarada, we've only seen her use Chidori. She hasn't had the chance to use the Mangekyou Sharingan. We might see Sarada showing her Mangekyou Sharingan for the first time. Perhaps the special powers will also be revealed. But to be honest, I don't believe this will really happen. I don't think Kishimoto is planning to reveal Sarada's powers so soon. I think they will drag it out a bit longer, maybe at most show her Susanoo, and leave the other powers as a mystery. As for Himawari, he has already shown one form, so we might see her entering that form again, and perhaps showing more of her potential. If Sarada, Himawari, Boruto, Konohamaru, and Sumire team up against Hidari, I believe it will be a defeat for Hidari. He already suffered at Sarada's hands with just one Chidori. Imagine all of them united against Hidari. However, Jura might appear on the scene since the Shinjus have claw marks to move around, so they can change locations quickly and efficiently. And to understand the characters' next steps, we need to understand each one's objective. Kawaki was heading toward Jura. They might fight, but Kawaki's objective is Boruto and Jura's objective is Himawari, so it wouldn't make sense for them to keep fighting each other as neither has an interest in the other. If we analyze coldly based on objectives alone, the most likely scenario would be Jura going after Himawari and Kawaki going after Boruto. In other words, everyone converging on the location where Sarada, Boruto, Himawari, etc. are. It's very complicated to predict anything for certain, but these are some likely outcomes. Now, whether everything gets resolved or they flee, we might be close to an alliance between Boruto, Sarada, and Himawari. They could flee with Boruto and form a team of renegades. We might even see training from Kashin Koji with Sarada and Himawari, which would be very interesting. Could this be a new Akatsuki? Of course, with entirely different objectives. They just can't be Akara 2.0, which was a rather dull organization due to some of the villains, nor a Team Taka of Sasuke, which wasn't the most powerful. Himawari being with Boruto could lead to something cool, like Himawari learning the Sage mode of the Toads. Kurama himself could tell Himawari about the existence of this power and how it would help her transformation. Naruto used the powers of the Toad Sage mode along with Kurama's powers. In this way, Himawari would be turning into a Naruto 2.0, which I doubt anyone wouldn't want to see, especially a training arc. I personally love training arcs, but I won't delve too much into this new Akatsuki for one reason. I'm going to make a more detailed video about this new Akatsuki. If you like One Piece, I'm leaving a special One Piece video on the screen that I made for my other channel. If you like One Piece, click and watch. You'll enjoy it. I'll see you in the next video.